Get yourself a pen and a calendar because The Witcher 4 is officially on the horizon. That's right, guys. CD Projekt Red has just announced that the much-awaited sequel, currently dubbed The Witcher Polaris, is gearing up for production this year. Welcome to Retro Pocket, and we are here with yet another episode where we discuss all about upcoming banger games and what we know about them so far. It has been nearly 8 years since The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt blew our minds, and now we are all set for another adventure. CD Projekt Red has been busy, with a flurry of new game announcements in the pipeline. In today's episode, we will be taking a tour of everything we know about The Witcher Polaris. So, without any further ado, let's get straight into it. Plot and gameplay. What do we know? First off, the details are kinda thin on the ground at the moment. The big headline is that it is definitely happening, and they are crafting it on the shiny Unreal Engine 5, which personally I think is super exciting. But here is the deal. It is not really going to be The Witcher 4 as we might expect. From what I've gathered, CD Projekt Red has been pretty clear that the original trilogy was just that, a trilogy. So, slapping a 4 on the next game doesn't really fit. But, and this is a big but, it doesn't mean we are waving goodbye to the Witcher universe. No way. Remember how The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine ended? Our beloved Geralt was still around, though his story seemed pretty much done. But here is what I'm thinking. That doesn't mean he is totally out of the future games. He might not be the main focus, but who knows, he might just show up. I remember back in 2013, the devs hinted at keeping the Witcher world alive, even if Geralt's story came to a close. And by 2015, they felt like Geralt had his run, but that's not the end of the story. For me, that's super intriguing. Where could they take this world next? Now, about the next protagonist, I have got my money on Ciri, assuming she made it out of The Witcher 3 in one piece. Or the team could totally switch things up, maybe even going for a prequel or something set way after Geralt's time. Have you seen Netflix's Blood Origin? That is set 1,000 years before Geralt's adventures, which is pretty wild. Teaser and release date. Oh, and then there is this little teaser. The Lynx medallion in the game's announcement. I am betting this means we are heading into some new territory, maybe even a brand new Witcher school. I'm all for it. It sounds amazing. Andrzej Sapkowski, the genius behind the Witcher books, is still on board with CD Projekt Red, so they have got a whole universe of stories to play with. Also, the teaser image is super interesting too. The main thing that caught my eye was this cat-like medallion in the snow. It is totally different from Geralt's wolf medallion, hinting at a fresh start in this new saga. CD Projekt Red confirmed on Twitter that this is the School of the Lynx medallion. What's cool about this is that the School of the Lynx is pretty much uncharted territory in the Witcher lore, mostly found in footnotes or fanfiction. This means we're likely heading into a brand new story, and I'm seriously excited to see where this goes. If you are like me and want to get the full picture, getting your hands into the books is the way to go. There is so much more to explore. Now it is time to address the big question on every Witcher fan's mind. When is The Witcher 4 coming out? Now, I have been keeping tabs on this, and here is what we know so far. So, the short answer, we don't have a release date for The Witcher 4 yet, and honestly, it feels like it's going to be a while before we do. The game is still in its baby shoes, with its production only getting the green light back in March 2022. They moved into pre-production a couple of months later, in May 2022, but that's still early days in the game world. Now here is a little nugget of info that caught my attention. During their financial call at the end of 2022, CD Projekt Red dropped a hint. They said that the first game in this new Witcher saga is going to come out before they remake the original Witcher game. That's a bit of a head-scratcher, but it gives us a clue that both games are probably not hitting our screens anytime soon. But hey, it is something, right? At least we know which one's coming first. So, yeah, we are all in a bit of a waiting game here. But as a fan, I'm just excited to know there is more Witcher on the horizon, even if it is going to take a while. The ending of Witcher 3 and possibilities of Witcher 4. Let's talk about The Witcher 3's ending and how it sets the stage for The Witcher 4. So, if you have played through The Witcher 3 to the end, you know it wraps up Geralt's story pretty definitively. The base game alone has over 40 different endings, but no matter which one you land on, it feels like a full stop to Geralt's journey. He is either riding off into the sunset for more Witcher work, retiring with Triss in Kovir, or finding peace with Yennefer away from the chaos. It's a fitting farewell to our beloved monster hunter. Back in 2015, Jakub Samalek, the senior writer at CDPR, said, "I think good stories must have an ending," and that is exactly what they gave Geralt, a proper send-off. After such a wild and lengthy adventure, it just felt right to close this chapter. Now about The Witcher 4, Geralt's already showing his age in The Witcher 3, so it is hard to imagine him being the lead in the next game. And Ciri, well, depending on how your game ended, it might not make sense for her to be the protagonist either. In a 2013 chat with Polygon, John Mamet, the executive producer, hinted that while The Witcher 3 was Geralt's final chapter, he could still make an appearance in future games, but he won't be the main character, that much is clear. From my perspective, after finishing The Witcher 3 and its expansions, I felt a mix of satisfaction and curiosity. Yes, Geralt's story had a fitting end, but the Witcher universe is so rich that there is definitely room for a new face. And who knows, maybe The Witcher 4 will have us stepping into the shoes of a new Witcher, possibly even going through the trial of the grasses. That would be a fresh and exciting direction, experiencing the brutal journey of becoming a Witcher, getting those cat-like eyes, and stepping out of the shadows of legends like Geralt and Ciri. The Witcher 4 could open up a whole new chapter with new characters, new adventures, and maybe even new monsters. The thought of getting to explore that untouched territory in the Witcher world, now that's something I am looking forward to.
Kill him! Strip him, then dump him in a...
Would Geralt make an appearance? So, about Geralt showing up in The Witcher 4, even though it seemed like we had said our goodbyes to him in The Witcher 3, it turns out he might be back. The game's director dropped a hint that Geralt will make an appearance in The Witcher 4. I'm guessing he might pop over to another Witcher school, maybe to cross paths with the new protagonist. Back in 2013, during a tech demo, Owinski from CD Projekt Red said, "We are not killing the world and walking away from it." He teased that Geralt could potentially be in future games. Hearing that kind of news, total win for someone like me who's a huge fan of the White Wolf. So, that's the scoop on The Witcher 4 and Geralt for now. But you bet, as soon as there's more news, I'll be all over it. In the meantime, there are tons of other great RPGs out there to tide us over until we get our next Witcher fix. What would be the title? So, about the title for the next Witcher game, it's kind of up in the air right now. The closest thing we have to a name is its codename Polaris, which CD Projekt Red mentioned back in October 2022. If it is anything like The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt, we could be in for a treat, but hey, I am trying not to get too ahead of myself here. Verdict, and that is a wrap. From what we've gathered, this game is shaping up to be something special. Then there's the switch to Unreal Engine 5. I'm expecting some jaw-dropping visuals and a whole new level of immersion. It's like stepping into a new era for the Witcher series, and I can't wait to see how it plays out. And of course, the possibility of seeing Geralt again, even in a cameo role, just adds to the excitement. It is like saying hello to an old friend. The Witcher 3 set the bar high, but from the looks of it, The Witcher 4 might just raise it even higher. So, my final verdict, we are super hyped. Sure, it is a bit of a wait, but if it's anything like the previous games, it is going to be well worth it. Can't wait to dive back into that world and see what CD Projekt Red has in store for us. Thanks for joining us on this galactic journey. If you are digging these upcoming game breakdowns, hit that like button and subscribe for more. Can't wait to see you next time for more gaming adventures.